Did you get a PlayStation Vita for Christmas or are you planning on getting one soon? If so, this video is for you. This is Mark the Geek, and in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the top features or everything that you should know about the PlayStation Vita. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do when you turn on the PlayStation Vita is enter a PlayStation ID or create a new PlayStation ID. I recommend if you have a PlayStation 3 or you have a PlayStation 4 and this is your first PlayStation Vita, make sure you use the same user ID. I keep getting the same question, people asking, should I use the same ID as the PlayStation 3 that I'm using? Yes, you should, because if you do, everything is gonna sync with each other. Your trophies are gonna sync. Every time you buy a game that's a cross-buy, you will be able to play those games on your PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 for the same price, which is an awesome feature for the PlayStation Vita. So make sure if you have a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4, make sure you use the same PlayStation ID. Now, before you go crazy spending money on games or you asking your parents for a new game, why not ask for a PlayStation Plus membership? PlayStation Plus member goes from $9.99 to $49.99 for a whole year. And believe me, guys, this is gonna pay off very, very fast because, for example, right now the free games that you get in December is PlayStation 4 is Injustice Gods Among Us, Secret Ponchos, PlayStation 3 Hitman Absolution, you got Deadly Premonition, and for PlayStation Vita you got the new strategy game Final Horizon, and you get Titan Attacks. And believe me, guys, it pays off a lot more faster if you have a PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation Vita or a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation Vita. So it pays off a lot more faster. Another thing to keep in mind is that every time you get prices discounted on the PlayStation Store, when you are a PlayStation member, the discount is going to be a lot more greater. And another thing to keep in mind is that if you decide to not subscribe anymore to PlayStation Plus member, those games that you get very, very dirt cheap, they're still yours to keep. Every time you pay a penny for a game, that game will always be yours. Of course, everything that you get here for free, it's like Netflix but for gaming. That's how I see it. But believe me, guys, every month you're gonna get free games. And for example, next month, I know so far that next month for PlayStation 4, we're gonna get Infamous First Light for free, and I think we're gonna get also Swapper for PlayStation 4 for free, which that is a cross-buy game. Now, if you decide to get PlayStation Plus membership, you're gonna need a lots of memory. So I recommend to get a 32 gigabyte card. Here in the United States, this is as much as you can get. But if you import from Japan, you can also get a 64 gigabyte card, which is almost, or it's $100, which is kind of expensive if you ask me. Right now, the 32 gigabytes run for around $70, I think. As the moment of this video, you could get it from GameStop for $49.99, which is not a bad price. But still, I think these are a little bit overpriced. But you need memory, because if you are a PlayStation Plus member, you're going to be downloading lots and lots of game every month. But if you're not going to be a PlayStation Plus member, you could get a 16 gigabyte card. It's going to be good enough for you, saving games, physical games to your card, and of course downloading some demos here and there and downloading indie games. I think a 16 gigabyte will be great. But if you are a PlayStation Plus member, 32 gigabytes, you must get it, or 64 gigabyte if you can't afford the price. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you try to delete a game or uninstall a game, that game is gonna delete absolutely everything. It's gonna delete your save data. It's gonna be gone. So if you do that, make sure you really do not want to play that game ever again. But the great thing about being a PlayStation Plus member is that it gives you the chance or the ability to upload your save files to the cloud. PlayStation gives you 1 gigabyte of online storage. That way you could go ahead, like I did right here, I could go ahead and copy or upload my save files to the cloud, and I could delete the game. And once I delete the game, I could go ahead later on, 4 months later, download the game again and then go here, wait for this to finish. Let's go ahead and wait for this to finish. Okay, so now that it finished uploading the game to the cloud, let's say you buy this game again, or you get this game, you got a physical copy lent from a friend, you could go right here and press download, and right here, like you see, it shows you the game, the last time it was saved to the cloud, and right here, I could go ahead and download it to your device, to your memory card. That way you could just go ahead and turn off the game. You could just shut off the game, and once you start the game again, it's going to automatically recognize your save files. So make sure you use cloud saving, which is an awesome feature for a PlayStation Plus member. Honestly, in my opinion, this should be a feature available for everybody. One of the latest updates for the PlayStation Vita is the ability to apply themes to your icons and your background and your sound. All you have to do is go to settings, go here to themes. Here in themes, you're going to see all the themes that you have available here for your device. Download it, of course, to your memory card, and once you apply the theme, automatically, like you see here, automatically you should see your icons change completely. Like you see there, you got your icons changed completely, and that's it. If you want to get more themes, you're just gonna tap right there. It takes you a lot more faster directly to the theme section, which is gonna be in the PSN store. Now recently there's been appearing a lot of paid themes. Like you see here, you got the free anniversary, which is awesome. I haven't downloaded that one yet. I can't believe I haven't done that yet. But you have a lot more themes that's going to be available. Like for example, this one right here, Epic Skull, and it's gonna obviously it's going to customize your icons, your background, and sometimes they're also going to customize the sound that comes through the small speakers here. Another cool feature of the PlayStation Vita is that you can play lots and lots of classic games from PSP to PlayStation 1 games. Here, like you see right here, it says classics for PlayStation Vita. And there's lots and lots and lots of great PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation P games, portable games, and PlayStation Mini games as well. And it's very, very cool. They run very nice here on the PlayStation Vita. Like you see here, this is Dino Crisis 2, a very awesome game for the PlayStation Vita that was a PlayStation 1 game. I have a video on this, so I'm not going to show gameplay of this, but one thing to keep in mind, sometimes you're going to want to adjust the size of the screen ratio, because these games for PlayStation 1 games, they were 4:3. So right now, like you see here, you can see the whole screen, and the reason you can see the whole screen is because right here, when you tap and hold the PlayStation button, you're gonna see Dino Crisis here, and you're gonna see quick settings right here. In this quick settings, you can control the flight mode, you could put the Wi-Fi off, you could turn the Bluetooth off if you want. Brightness, you could control the brightness right here. Music, you could disable the microphone right here if you want, and you could prioritize chat audio for party as well. But the great thing here is that when you're playing a PlayStation 1 game, here you could go ahead and adjust a lot of things. For example, the controls, you could assign different controls to the game. You can also, where is it? Other settings right here. Screen mode, right here you got screen mode. I got full, but if you put it in original, this is the way it's gonna look. So this is the way this is going to look, and I'm pretty sure you do not want to play the game like this. Of course, this is a video. Normally, it's going to be 4:3. It looks like that because it's showing a video, but let's see. Yep, it's a 4:3. But make sure you press and hold right here. Get access to the quick settings, and right here you got access to every settings that has to do with classic games. It also works with PSP games. You're also gonna find some games, some settings you can do here as well. Now, since we've been talking about classic games on the PlayStation Vita, now you can also play PlayStation 3 games on the PlayStation Vita. Yes, you can, thanks to a PlayStation Now service that Sony released this year in beta for PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, Sony TVs, and very soon it's also coming for Samsung TVs. Yes, Samsung TVs. But the only negative thing here is, one, you need constant internet connection to play these games because you are actually streaming the games. You're not downloading the games to your memory card, so it's not using that much space on your memory card. And the other thing is that you have to rent the games at crazy prices. Right now, for example, you got 4 hours for $1.99 for Dead Space 3, which is awesome. Dead Space 3 on the PlayStation Vita is freaking awesome, but the price is just ridiculous. And believe me, guys, that's 4 hours of real time. It's not 4 hours of gaming time. So that means if you buy the game at 1 o'clock p.m., at 5 o'clock p.m., the game is already expired. That is crazy. But of course, you have other options, like for example, 7 days for $6. That's not bad. That's a little bit more reasonable because you're paying less than $1 per day. That's very, very good. And you got 30 days for $8, 90 days for $14. But keep in mind, prices are going to be different depending on which game you decide to rent. But it's very cool. It's a very cool feature that the PlayStation Vita has. I just hope that the prices get a lot better. Like see here, Infamous 2. That's awesome. The ability of playing PlayStation 3 games on your Vita, it's freaking awesome. But like I said, you need constant internet because it's streaming the games and the prices are ridiculous. Another cool feature of the PlayStation Vita is that you can take screenshots and share it with your friends. All you have to do is press the PlayStation button and the start button at the same time. And like you see there, you could take a picture right there of any image, especially in a game. It becomes very, very cool. Like you see here, let me go ahead. Right now it's processing the photo. That's why right now it doesn't let me take another screenshot. But like you see there, took another screenshot there. And all you got to do if you want to see the photos and share it, you press click on the photos button, click here in gallery. I always choose the all options right here, all. And from right here, like you see here, these are the screenshot that we just took right there. And it's very, very cool. This is a very convenient way to take screenshots of games and share it with your friends. Like right in here, I could go ahead and click right there. I could go ahead and trim it if I want. Like you see there, if I want to trim the photo, I could go ahead like that and click trim and save. And it's just gonna save that image that we just cropped right there. Look at there. Look at that. Like you see. And now I could go ahead, if I want, I could send this by email using the email app on the Vita, or I could send it to my friend using the Messages app. And that's it. Or of course you could go ahead here and use as start screen. So any image that you take of a game, sometimes I take a lot of great images on games and I like to use them as a start screen. And the start screen, you see there, is already set. So if I turn off and turn on again, look at that. Now this is the start screen. That's very, very cool. You can also use those images for your home screen wallpaper as well. When you tap and hold, right here you have the option to choose for a wallpaper. You could choose one of these, or you could go ahead here to the gallery. No, that's the theme. You go ahead here to the gallery button. You choose screenshots and look for a screenshot you want to choose for that page. Let's go ahead and choose this one right here. Flying hamster. And blah, blah, blah. And there you go. There you got a new image there. And the great thing is that you could go ahead through every page that you have and put different wallpapers on every page. That way you could customize your PlayStation Vita to your liking. One of the latest products that we received here in the United States was the PlayStation TV, which was formerly known as the PlayStation Vita TV in Japan. When I got one first, it was a white one, and it was from Japan. I have a video where I show an unboxing and hands-on on that. But what this lets you do is lets you play all your PlayStation Vita games on the TV. Well, it's not exactly all games. It's only the games that are compatible with the PlayStation TV, which kind of sucks because A device like this should honestly play every single game. I shouldn't have to wait for the developer to update or upgrade their game for it to make it compatible here on the PlayStation TV. And this small device, you could get it for $100 and $140 if you get it with a controller, a DualShock 3 controller, and a free game. But for $100, you could get this right here. And right now, at the moment of this video, I think it's $79 on GameStop. And of course, here you're gonna use the memory stick that you use on your PlayStation Vita. Go ahead and use the same memory stick here. That way, all the games you have here, you could use it here. But remember, not every game is gonna work. But it is very cool. It is very cool, and it would have been a lot better if it actually worked with every single game. And here, if you have your games physically, you could go ahead and right here, let's go ahead and take this out. Physically, you could put the games right there, the cards, or you could, of course, like I said before, digital games with your memory card. And it has Ethernet, which is awesome. That way you go, the games can also play lag-free when you're doing PlayStation 4 remote play. That's a great thing about this. You can also use it for playing remote play on another room and gain access to your PlayStation 4 and use the DualShock 4 controller, which is awesome. Another awesome feature of the PlayStation Vita is the PlayStation 4 Link app. This PlayStation 4 Link app lets you remote play your PlayStation 4 on the PlayStation Vita, and believe me guys, I use it a lot. A lot of people ask me, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to play a PlayStation 4 game on your PlayStation Vita? Why? Well, the only reason is that I like to do multitasking. You know, I like to watch movies, I like to watch sports game, and sometimes instead of browsing the internet on my cell phone, I rather keep on playing a game like a PlayStation 4 game on my PlayStation Vita. And it's awesome. It works very, very good, especially if you're, like I said, if you're in your house watching TV and your PlayStation 4 is right there. Believe me, it's possible to play games on your PlayStation Vita being in another city or another state. Like for example, on October when I had to go to Puerto Rico because I had a family crisis. In Miami, I live in El Paso, and in Miami at the airport, using my phone as the hotspot, I linked to my PlayStation 4, and I started playing Drive Club on my PlayStation 4 and at Miami. That is thousands of miles away, and that's awesome. That's an awesome feature. If it worked over the internet that good, it wasn't perfect, but it was possible to play. And if it worked over the internet using hotspot on the PlayStation Vita, playing the PlayStation 4 game, believe me, it should work a lot better at your home. And it does. And this is, for me, one of my favorite features that I use a lot on the PlayStation Vita, which is the PlayStation 4 Remote Play feature. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can download apps to your PlayStation Vita. In your PlayStation Store app, when you go to the app section, there's going to be lots and lots of great apps that you can play or use here on the PlayStation Vita, like the NBA Time PS Vita, TuneIn Radio. You got Wake Up, which is a very cool alarm clock for your PlayStation Vita. You got Skype, you got Paint Park. You got Facebook, which is awesome on the PlayStation Vita. You got Flickr, you got Live Tweet, which is a Twitter app, and it works very, very good on the PlayStation Vita. The Netflix, which is one of my favorite. You got a proper YouTube app, which works perfectly good here on the PlayStation Vita. So make sure, of course, you got Crunchyroll, Hulu Plus, and there's a lot more apps that should be arriving soon on the PlayStation Vita. This one right here is Crackle, which lets you watch free movies from Sony with ads, of course. But there's a lot of cool movies you can see there for totally free and try it out. So yes, make sure you check the app section and download your favorite apps. It's very cool. It works very, very nice. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can also create folders. Make sure you create a folder. That way you can have less pages accumulated on your phone. And that way, everything. You could go ahead and organize everything by categories of game, by type of games, or type of apps as well. So make sure you do that. Before I finish this video, some of the accessories that you should get is a case for your PlayStation Vita. Keep in mind, if you drop this, your screen might crack, so you might want to buy a case. The one that I have is very old, so I don't even want to show it on the video because it's so old. It's the first PlayStation Vita case I got from Japan. It's a white one, it's a Sony one, but there's a lot of great cases. Make sure you buy a case, protect your case. There's a cool case called the Vault, Best Buy and GameStop, and that's a very good case. Another thing is accessories. You could get grips like these. These are good for playing shooter games, and these are compatible with the 1000. This is the first generation of the PlayStation Vita, but there is also available for 2000, which is the slim PlayStation Vita. So make sure when you buy one of these, make sure you're buying the correct one, because there's going to be two models and they look very similar. So make sure if you buy the slim model, make sure you buy the 2000 series one. And that's it. Another thing here is one of my favorite accessories that I use is this right here. Is called a media stand, and it's very simple, and it comes also with this lanyard. And I do not know if this is compatible. I don't know if there is a PlayStation Slim model. I think there is, but I can't guarantee you there is. But this right here, I like it very much because it gives me a better grip of the PlayStation Vita, and I also can set the PlayStation Vita like this on my desk. That way I can watch movies a lot better, or I could just set it up there on my desk looking real nice, real fine. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching this video. I know there is a lot of more tips I could show you guys, but the video is gonna get too long, and these are features or things that you should know if you are a new PlayStation Vita owner, or you're planning on getting a new PlayStation Vita in the future. So thanks for watching the video, guys. If you have more tips, go ahead and share it in the comments and make the PlayStation Vita community a lot more happier. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching the video.